What time is it? It's Karma and Cocktail time, baby. Hello, Enchanted One. I'm Brenda Paradiso, and welcome to Spirit Throw Me a Bones, Karma and Cocktail Hour, your metaphysical variety show with our co-host, the one, the only Rev Rob Banashik.
Hello, my friend. These are what you see on the wonderful promo screen that you had for me. So this is what I'm playing with.
All right, the background when you were dancing around in the sanctuary that night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's what you do when you get psyched for service the next day, right?
Exactly.
You go dance around in the sanctuary by yourself?
I do that often. I do indeed.
I miss her. I miss the sanctuary.
I know. She misses you too.
Yeah.
We'll get some good times going there again very soon.
Yes, very soon. For how long we don't know, but very soon. So I am waiting for the waiter to bring aka my beloved, to bring my cocktail. But what are you drinking there, Rob?
I am drinking, and again, may we potentially get sponsors with the way that we can promote it. I'm drinking this delicious Artista strawberry margarita, which I keep on hand for Karma and Cocktails. It is a wine beverage, so it's like agave wine that's flavored like a strawberry margarita. What could be better? It's delicious, refreshing, and pink.
Like my church lady hat back there.
Like your church lady hat, yeah. Yes, indeed.
Okay, Enchanted Ones out there, welcome to Spirit Throw Me a Bones, Karma and Cocktail Hour. So this is how we roll tonight, right? So it's kind of a bit of a throwback vibe. We're going to get the background music going.
So we groove here. I want to say hello to my friend Linda, who is here. Hi, Linda.
Wow. Hey, Linda.
So I guess you are going through a lot right now, aren't you?
Who? Me?
You.
Oh.
Yes, you.
Just regular old Brenda stuff.
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on.
Robin Olsen, you're not late. We're happy you're here and you're not late. I know that you were running in from a gig at the Strathmore. Robin, our resident piano tuner and trombonist, and ever so loyal Enchanted One.
Yes,
Robin
indeed.
Olsen. So
Robin,
Linda Ryan, we have to say a special welcome to Linda Ryan.
And Kathleen Vale.
And Kathleen Vale is here. Hey, Kathleen. But back to Linda, because I think, Linda, is this your first time on Spirit Throw Me a Bone? If so, we gotta give you a big, hello and welcome here. And, where did my confetti go? Let's try this again. Oh, it doesn't want to show up on here. But we have confetti for you in the background somewhere.
So Linda
welcome, Linda.
From my friend from high school, and she joins Kathleen. Also, my friend from high school. We have a lot of history there. That's a lot of years ago that we were there together, but I'm glad they're here tonight.
I'm sure you guys have got some special stories.
We do. All fun and silly.
Well, before we get to those, let me just tell you what we got lined up for tonight. Right? So, we chat. And where's my background music? Come back. Okay. So we chat for a little bit, catch up, all that good kind of stuff. And then we have Steampunk Tarot, and we have Metaphysical Sunday School. And the topic tonight is what, Reverend?
It is the principles of life and reality and of the universe by Hermetic Principles. And it's called
wait, your mic's doing something funky. What's your mic doing funky?
Most likely, I'm talking too fast.
No. No.
Because I always talk too fast.
Anyway, the 7 Hermetic Principles, which we will get to later on.
Yes, we will.
But for now, we're just catching up.
We are catching up. So, you got a big thing going on.
Yeah, did you guys notice my new background?
It's beautiful, as always.
We got Kier there, our lovely Kier the
Kier.
Swan. Right, and we got Merlin on the other side.
I love it.
Merlin. Hi, Merlin. And we got, oh, you can't see. She's just
It's
out
here.
of the frame. Is Sparkles.
Sparkles.
Ah! I'm messing up my whole thing.
Don't drop her.
I'm gonna leave her there. Ugh. Yeah, so I had to move my studio into another room, so now I'm kind of tucked in a corner because I was very spoiled before in a whole big room, and you know, we're listing our house for sale, and you can't walk into the library and see a bunch of lights, camera, action. So I moved it over and I tucked it in a little corner, and so now I can just reach right back to my altar and
Yeah.
all that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
stuff.
like.
Yeah.
So
Purple
I know
background.
there's a lot of work that you're doing now. You're getting together. You are in the process of letting go of something that you love. At the same time, you're trying to plan for the future. What's that like for you?
Ugh. It's hard, Reverend. Yeah. So, you know how I think about it, though? I think about the descent of Inanna. You know, she had to go down to the underworld to meet her dark sister, Eshkigal. And there's all kinds of stories about why she went down there. But basically, you know, it's a metaphor for meeting your shadow. You know, you have to go down into the depths to meet your shadow. And so on the way down, she passes through the 7 gates, and it's demanded of her that she let go of, you know, her beautiful adornments, you know, her veil, the crown of the step, and, you know, the lapis beads and the breastplate and all the stuff, you know, that she, you know, regales herself with as the queen of heaven and earth, right? So she has to let go of all these things and go down there and stand before her dark sister naked.
And those are all the things that we might confuse as being us when they are just a part of us. You know, they're not us. So that's I know. I know.
Well, let's see. So far I've had to rehome 2 cats.
That's heartbreaking.
Right. So that's letting go of something.
Big time.
And
Big
then
time.
just all of the things in this house that I have to let go of, you know, and then the house itself. So.
Which is gorgeous and beautiful and is like you're in a retreat center when you're there. So it'll all be great.
Yeah.
This or something better, that's what we say in metaphysics.
Right. So, you know, Lord Saturn is doing a number on me, and I am like, you know, I'm before my dark sister, and I'm before Lord Saturn on my knees. Like, oop, touch my keyboard by accident.
But
and
you're looking
Hermes,
great
the
doing it.
trickster, is totally in the picture here. You know, Mercury went retrograde, right?
And that, so how appropriate is it that we are talking about Hermes, the Hermes the philosopher, who is, well, we'll talk more later, but yeah.
Yeah, Hermes is, you know, the trickster god. Hermes is, you know, the god that is Mercury. You know, Hermes is just another name for him. And, you know, here at Spirit Throw Me Bone, Karma and Cocktails, enchanted universe that we inhabit, we understand that planets are, in fact, divine emissaries for the one, right? For the Great Spirit, for the goddess, for God, whatever. And that planets inhabit consciousness. And who is that consciousness that inhabits Mercury but Hermes, the trickster, right? So when we're cursing Mercury retrograde, just remember you are disrespecting the god Hermes, right? And you really want him to be working with you as best as he can, that trickster Hermes, during these times. So.
And why do we get tricks thrown our way? So that we can pay attention to what's going on around us. You know, it's like getting that amped up on our training. So can we handle a little more? Can we handle more confusion or communications misses that we have to focus on? Make sure we're saying the right thing or being aware of how we're communicating and engaging in life.
Yep. That's
Be
a
aware.
very positive way to look at it, Reverend. So, because let me tell you, I would not be listing my house for sale during Mercury retrograde if I if I really could help it, you know. But this will be like a complete experiment, you know, of the enchanted kind, right? Like, how do I roll? How do we roll under Mercury retrograde? You know,
Right.
listing a house for sale, and then hopefully, you know, receiving contracts and hopefully accepting contracts. You know, not to mention, you know, all the contractors that have to be in and out of my home to get it ready for
Right.
listing. But
Can't imagine. Well, I can, but because we're trying to do a kitchen renovation, and I can't even bring myself to schedule because of all the stuff we have to do, and that's just a tiny little space. Is that a cocktail?
it is a cocktail delivered
Is that
by the cutest bartender I've ever seen in my entire life.
And
The
and
hottest
is it
bartender
famous
Ever seen in my entire life.
famous lemonade?
he's walking through an obstacle course because I've got stuff all over the floor because, you know.
I've had one of those beautiful drinks, so cheers to you, my friend.
Oh. All right, well, with that said, what time is it now?
Oh, I wonder.
I wonder. It is time to turn this bad boy up.
I know what you were gonna say. I know what you were gonna say. I know what you were gonna say.
I hear the music goes up. Okay, guys, everybody dances now.
Everybody up and dance. There you are. Take your seat.
Dance with me, Reverend.
All right. Nice. How fun is that?
This is kind of like a high school reunion for you guys, right? It's you and
Yes, it
Kathleen and Linda. Class of what, 81?
One of us is class of 81. Two of us are class of 81.
Can't hear you, can't hear you.
Oh, because I'm so sick. One of us is class of 81, and one of us is, two of us are class of 82. So, talk about, yeah. I still can't believe it when you say that, how long ago that was.
Maybe we should be dancing to Brick House or something.
Oh, God, yeah. Hi, Kier. How are you, Kier, baby? Are you doing any flying away these days?
We don't have anybody here who was at the retreat so far, right? Where's Wender's at? She's not here yet.
Where are our people at?
Where are our people at? I don't have the overlays loaded with our people. They disappeared on me. I can't put them on the screen. Sorry, guys.
They'll be back.
Yeah, Hermes is hiding them. Thank God for epidemic sound, right?
I know, right?
What would we do? Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Woo! I gotta let loose now because, you know, I gotta hit the ground running tomorrow.
Yes, you do. And all out. Here. Roby Bone. Y'all better be dancing out there. You all better be dancing.
Do I need to turn it up more so you'll dance? the people to put up on the screen.
Magic wand.
Oh! Look at mine, Robbie.
Here you go. Right.
That's pretty gross. All right, where are we at? Oh, I forgot to switch it to, oh well.
We are here.
I didn't do all the switching. Like, I was so busy dancing that and so focused on not having my overlays of the enchanted ones that I didn't switch anything. Robbie,
okay.
why didn't you tell me?
I didn't. I was having so much fun dancing that I, was just totally distracted.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. You ready?
Oh no! Is it? Here we go.
What time is it?
Here we go.
You babe, you babe, you babe.
Nice. Wow.
All right, Stanley, where's the Cockney accent?
Hello, Brenda. How are you today? Hope you've been to church. Hope you're there on time. Get me there, would you?
Oh, wait, I had the wrong glasses on. Hold on. I have three pair of glasses here on my desk.
There's no such thing as wrong, Brenda. There's only... There we go.
There's only what?
There's only
right.
that which leads us to what is right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah.
There I am.
Look how cute.
Look how cute. You like my little hat?
I like it. I love that little hat. I love that little hat. I would wear it. I would wear a fascinator. In a second.
Where are you? Oh, your goggles are on your head.
Right. Because I got my glasses on tonight because, yeah, I'm standing so much more farther away than I usually do.
Okay. All right, guys. So here's what we do. Steampunk Tarot time. Here's what we do, Linda. Do you know the drill?
I'll have to add her to the wheel.
Now we got 6 people. Okay, so we got...
Hello, 6 people.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you for being here.
4, 5. Okay, I think my husband is the 6th person. Okay, so I got this wheel with all these names of people who, like,
R-S-O-L, if I may.
So, like Miss Janet, she was otherwise occupied. You told me she wasn't coming, right?
Family stuff is going. She's, now that she's got that family back together, they are doing it up big. all the time, but we miss you. Hello, Janet, if you watch this later.
Okay, so I got to figure out how are we going to do this now.
Because the winner need to be present for this reading.
Okay, so Robin, would you mind, my dear Robin, if we take you out of the drawing? Because, Robin, you've had one, if not two readings so far. Is that correct?
Yeah, that thing seems to land on him quite a bit.
And or Teresa. So, do you mind? And then we could just do like a quick drawing between Kathleen and Linda, since that's who's here.
I can't believe I'm representing Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania with my friends.
Okay, so
go Lebo, go Blue Devils.
Like, how do we do the spin the wheel thing with just two people here?
You could just put their names on every other one.
That's what I thought. Okay, well, so while I'm doing that, entertain the troops. There.
I know. See, I just love this because I feel like I'm a USO performer. Like I'm Marilyn Monroe coming out, and there's my microphone.
Let's have a little bit of music while I figure it out.
Hello, troops. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Oh, my dance can stand for you. I can't. Talk spirituality.
All right, I want to.
How's your spirit today? How is your spirit, you out there? Spirit, throw me a bone, land.
I just don't.
I think you're doing well.
Plus. Okay.
We are.
Linda. Linda. Background color is going to be a green.
I like that. I like it.
Okay. So Linda's added. Okay, now let's see.
So I've got my world famous fans here, in case you want to know.
Linda. All right. Oh, Anne sent me a message. What's she saying?
It's like we're a cooking show. So this is the part where
3 people are watching on Facebook. Have you even looked?
we should be able to see from here, right?
Maybe the Facebook comments aren't coming in.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Okay. Let me see.
Let's get those people up there too.
I'm gonna log on to Facebook real quick. Keep entertaining.
And we can look at that beautiful, beautiful background that you created. So here's a little secret about Brenda. Oh, I feel like I'm the cloud catcher. Kitty chitty bang bang.
What?
Her aesthetic is unparalleled. Like even in the middle of a move, she throws stuff together and it's just always gorgeous and always has just the right lighting and always bathed in something beautiful and the right colors are always a part of it. So
Okay, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, it's like I'm on my little laptop here and I'm trying to log on to Facebook because I don't think my Facebook comments are coming through, only the YouTube comments. So I just want to make sure that I know who all is here. Okay.
So it's like a cooking show. Like we're gonna put this on the oven and it's gonna come out completely baked. Right?
All right, here we
So
go.
yeah. So that's a gift.
All right. Here we go. Comment. Christina is here.
All right, Christina. Hello.
Christina is here.
Is that Christina as in one of our Lita colleagues?
Woo! Wait a minute. I was trying to make a comment myself. Hold on.
It's so meta when you look at it's weird when you look at it going on at the same time. It's a little meta. So, how y'all during this marathon of life? You know, Reverend Janet Johnson gave a service today. It was a Memorial Day service, but it was really honoring our first responders, those people who have sacrificed to make our world a safer place from the pandemic and from everything that has come from it. So it's really been my dream that we begin to look at this new era as a way of improving ourselves rather than going back to normal, which I think I want to
Okay, so Anne said she's here, but I don't see her in the comments. Make a comment, Anne, on Facebook. I see Christina. Christina, if you're still here, let me know, girl.
And hello, Anne.
Yes, because she says I want a reading. Okay.
Anne's making the rounds. She was at our spirit salon on
3
Wednesday.
people are watching on Facebook. I only see 2 people on Facebook.
So, Robin, about the sermon. So, again, let me just come complete with the whole thing. You know, we learned a lot today. So, today was a really good service for everybody who kind of. I made a microphone.
Your microphone's being wacky. You got to take.
So that will change. And again, as we begin to move into making this a permanent experience of ISD attendees, today was kind of a critical day as a first step.
All right.
Great group.
Okay, we got Anne here.
We were flexible. We had fun.
I got Christina back on here.
And really, as Wendy pointed out, offered up a service with an intention that was expressed, even if the technology about it was crazy. So thank you for grinning and bearing with it, Robin. We really appreciate it. I don't think the recording is going to be of any help because, of course, that's what we saw on YouTube is what everybody else saw. So we'll see. But thank you again. And only get better. Things can only get better.
All right, I got to add Christina here. I thought I had her on here. Where is she? Why isn't she on here? Okay.
I love that little wheel.
Slices. Add a slice. Christina.
This is the master at work right here. This is, there she goes.
There she goes.
You kind of look like a bellhop.
All right.
With the cropping.
That's what it was. I was trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah, with the cropping in the circle.
Okay.
It's adorable.
Yeah, it's like a total bellhop look, like the hat, the jacket.
Yeah, totally.
Oh shit! It's supposed to be steampunk, not bellhop.
I know, but.
Well, I'm gonna have to get like totally slutty steampunk then, and wear that bustier thing I showed you one time.
Right.
Like,
I mean, those steampunk cards that we're using tonight are pretty racy, so.
All right. What do we got now? We got Christina, we got Linda, we got Anne, and we need Kathleen back on here. Come back, Kathleen. Guys, the thing is, I only use this like once a month, so. Kathleen.
You should use it all the time. Use it to make decisions. It can be like a little oracle for you.
Where's my Kathleen V slice? I know I have her on here.
I was telling you, Brenda, earlier that that's kind of a spoiler alert, though, if I want to give them away.
I know, well, because I already told you need to give it to me.
I have a new set of tarot cards coming, in addition to the ones that are still at your house that Reverend Janet gave me. Did I leave them, or were they conveniently?
No, you left them, and I asked you before you left. Did you get your cards? Oh, yeah, I got them right here.
You did, but they're gorgeous. So, Reverend Janet Johnson, because I kept talking to Brenda every week about how beautiful I thought these cards were and how wonderful they were, got a set for me, held on to them for like 6 months because pandemic. And then when we finally all got together a couple of weeks ago at Brenda's house for one of her live streams for Spirit Throw Me a Bone, I left them. Yes. After Brenda said, "Are you sure you have your cards?" And I proclaimed with utter, complete certainty, yes, I put them in the bag. But I forgot that after I put them in the bag, I took them out of the bag so that I could review them with Reverend Janet.
All right, do I got everybody here? I'm Robin. I know you're not on there, sweetheart, but do you mind if you just sit this one out?
He's had a good run with the messages.
You've had a good run with messages here. So we want one of the other folks to get it. Okay.
Who will it be?
Who's going to win the Steampunk Tarot reading?
Two readings in one.
Woohoo! Yay! Speaking of aesthetics, notice how my confetti matches.
Oh, stop it. Oh my God.
Like, I could have done this color. Ah, that's not
Right,
even
but I'm
showing.
but also
I could've
seeing that
done
it
that.
matches your
Do it again.
jacket.
Right.
Oh God.
Okay. Yay. All right. So now, we gotta like go. You gotta entertain the troops one more time.
I'm
Because
going
I
to
gotta
entertain the
set this
troops.
up. Yep.
And I do want to
gotta
remind
set
everybody
this up.
that one person was selected for a reading this evening. As we say at ISD every week, though the reading is for someone else, you may find that a lot of what is being said is pertaining to what is going on with your life. So, one reading for one person publicly means that it could be for anybody that is listening.
Yeah.
So,
Well.
some are pretty specific, but just so you know.
Yeah. Well. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's see how this looks, guys. Come on, get over there. Get over there. There we go. Okay. Now, let's try Kathleen V. All right. So, before we even shuffle or we do anything, Miss Kathleen, past, present, future reading. Okay, would you like to give us a specific topic? If so, put it in the chat. Otherwise, we could just do a general past, present, future. But, like, if you want to focus on work, past, present. Wait a minute. Did we just read for Kathleen V? We did! I just remembered. Okay.
Well, you know, Mr. Olson's had two, so.
Okay. I'm like
too.
starting to talk about, like, it could be for, oh, yeah, we did a reading for work.
You know, so yeah. But
Okay, Kathleen,
what's
what's the topic going to be? It can't be work again.
Let's see.
Yes. Okay. Now we're waiting for the virtual lag to unlag itself. And Kathleen, you're going to give us the topic? Personal life. Past, present, future. Okay, that's it.
I'll take personal life for 100, Jack.
All right. Now, looky here. We're going to shuffle, and I'm going to...
That sounds like.
I tried to get the music to go with it.
I love it. I love it. It sounds like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Shuffle one more time. We're gonna we're gonna do a different kind of shuffle here. Watch.
Like this. Shuffle.
Okay, Kathleen. I need a number 1 through 3. Choose one and then choose another number. So like 1 and 3, or 1 and 2, or 2 and 1, or whatever. Okay, because we're gonna cut the cards. Two and then 1. So 2. Oh, I'm pushing on the right.
2. Followed by 1.
You know, you cannot do this when you're under the influence of anything because, like, there's just too many moving parts. 2 and then 1. Okay.
Now you tell it.
Right. And now we're going to draw. Okay. 1.
And if y'all want to share what your cocktails are tonight or your beverage of choice, please feel free.
Okay, now I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so we can actually see what we're doing. And yeah.
You go first or I go first?
You always go first, Reverend.
Alrighty. Because you know the last person that's speaking is the one that's listening. Yep, that's what it is.
Okay. All right, so past, present, future, Kathleen Vale's personal life. On display here on YouTube
Everyone.
and Facebook for the entire world to witness. All 1 million subscribers to Spirit Throw Me a Bone.
In a universe parallel, yes.
There we go.
Ah.
Oh, so look at that, the King of Cups. So
Oh
I took it off of the
my.
majors. So we're like, we're
Right.
doing all of them now. We're doing all of them now. Okay, so we're
Oh,
gonna
that's
pull.
right. Oh my
We're gonna
gosh.
turn them all over first, right? And then you're gonna read.
No, let's read. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
turn them all over
Or-
first.
yeah,
Okay, that's the past, the King of Cups. Depends on what kind of man you prefer. Okay,
mhm.
now we got the present.
Oh, these are great that these are all minor arcana too. Knight of Swords. All right. Okay.
No, no, the Knight and the King are court cards, my dear. Right? Aren't they? Are court cards separate from
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think so. But
minors? Yeah, the minors are like Three of Wands, whatever. There's minors, there's court cards, and then there's majors. I thought that was it. I think.
the last card is.
And the last card, this, we need a drum roll. Future. Ooh.
Ooh, Judgment.
Now there's your major. Okay.
So, what's wild about these cards is that it's true when we do our Wednesday night meditations too. There, the card's 72, it's 72 cards. But many times these same ones keep popping up. Judgment was just a couple of weeks ago, I believe, with, I think it was a Robin reading, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. We get that card a lot.
I
feel
know.
like.
I know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm kind of judgy. So, so as I always say though, so whenever I see a card as a reader that keeps popping up in the readings that I'm giving for multiple people, that's our reading. We're supposed to read those. So, all right. So I'm going to look closely at these cards here just because, and I don't want you to see my eyes in my dark bags. So
So we'll look at the top of. We'll look at the gears on your hat
look at the
instead.
King of Cups wearing my very hat. Can you see that? Yes, he is.
Only his is black, and yours is brown.
Oh my God. It's semantics. You know what?
That's
what I say to my
from
husband.
the
I'm like,
aesthetics woman.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. So King of Cups. So for me, it's the cups always represent for me our feeling of what we are able to receive. Are we feeling deserved? Are we feeling receptive to what the universe is giving us? And so, seeing this in your past means that there has been a time, and I'm going to say it's pretty recently that, you are the king of this space. You believe that there are things in life that you are deserved of. So many of us kind of get good things happening to us, and we wonder for that or wait for that other shoe to drop. But in this area of your life that you're thinking of, your personal life, there are spaces where that you feel like these are things that you deserve, and that's not a sense of entitlement or being spoiled. It's just a real assuredness of this deservedness. I think as a king, it's this card is this man is standing here waiting for all of the goodness that he believes he is given or already blessed with. So as I move on to the Knight of Swords, if the cups are a place of kind of security or kind of a experience of equilibrium about this deservedness, the swords, you're going to start fighting this feeling of security. And it's like the knight is representing this space that is fighting for the rest of the royalty, for the rest of the kingdom. So it's like you've got something out there as a guard for yourself to perhaps experiencing this true feeling of deservedness in your current life. So maybe I speaking metaphorically, yesterday you believed that you were truly deserved of these divine gifts that you're given. Today you're like, I am not sure that I was in my right mind yesterday. Do I really? Is this too good to be true? And putting up that barrier to kind of to hold that first line of defense. You don't want to give over to it, but you're starting to question it, and that's what the knight is doing, and he's kind of serving as that defense to that good feeling for yourself. But the Judgment card really this is not something that I see as inevitable. This is a conscious decision that you must make. You must deploy this judgment to decide whether you are worthy of what you say you are. No one can tell you that. No outside experience can make you feel this way. You must make that discernment for yourself. And there is no right or wrong. The universe isn't waiting for you to choose the, oh yeah, I'm deserved, give me all this stuff. This is really our space to choose. So I feel like this judgment card is your call to consciously choose how you want to experience your life as either deservedness or not. And it's up to you, but make sure that you're not letting it choose for yourself. So that is my reading.
Well, Kathleen had said, she said, yikes, what scared you? Why did you go yikes? Is the entire reading, or was there a certain card that you were like, yikes? I don't know. So, okay, here's my take on the cards. So, Kathleen, you chose as your topic personal life. Okay, so of course, when I think of personal life, I think of relationships. And when I think of court cards, I think of people in our life. Okay, and when I think of a king, I think of males. And even like the knight, I'm thinking this relationship on the topic, on this reading on the topic of your personal life has to do with your relationships. So in the past, I think the King of Cups was your man, your partner, that that presented you with an opportunity to be able to express yourself emotionally, someone who was emotionally available, who was someone that you could bounce different ideas off of, that are more heart, more of the nature of your heart versus your intellect, right? That there was a simpatico there, right? A real understanding. This king of cups, the cups is our emotions, and the King of Cups is the king who understands emotional life, right? So that's in your past. So now in the future, now in the present, you're experiencing the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is very different than the King of Cups. First of all, it's not as powerful because the knight is a knight and not a king, right? The knight is also a messenger, right? And I'm thinking about Hermes right now as well, like how apropos that, Mercury's retrograde, we're talking about Hermes tonight. This is part of our theme. Tonight's show is the swords, right? The swords being the intellect. So in the present, you're experiencing perhaps your partner more as the Knight of Swords. Like, does he have to bring all this news to me that maybe I'm not really wanting to hear? Right? Maybe there's some more sparring going on. Maybe there's a little bit of more arguing going on. The swords can be a difficult suit to deal with. It's slicing and dicing, right? And the Knight of Swords, wants to have like a verbal exchange. Wouldn't it be nicer just to go back to the King of Cups and just be all warm and fuzzy? But no, right now you got the Knight of Swords. But maybe there's some things you need to parse. Maybe you need to do some slicing and dicing. Maybe you need to intellectually go at it with your partner, and rearrange some things. That's the Knight of Swords. And, the messages that he brings can be good, right? Can be good, can be difficult, can be, mind expanding, right? But the Knight of Swords is not the King of Cups. So it's a different experience, right? Maybe you're not feeling quite as supported as you were. But at least the lines of communication are open, right? There is a dialogue going on with the Knight of Swords. Okay, so then the future card is Judgment. Well, the Knight of Swords might be just the prelude to okay, all right, we're evaluating things, and we're going to make some decisions. It doesn't mean that, you're going to decide to end something. It just means that, it's time to come to a judgment of the entire situation or some situation and evaluate things and then come to some kind of meeting of the minds. That's what I see with the Judgment card. The time of perseverating is over, and it's time to make a claim on one side or the other, or in the middle, but make a claim nonetheless. So that's my take on these cards. I do like how the Knight of Swords leads to Judgment, right? Because you got to have communication. You gotta be like bantering back and forth and throwing around different ideas if you're going to come to a judgment that is sound, right? You can't just stay in a place of like, it's all warm and fuzzy here. Sometimes you gotta like take a look around and figure out, well, let's discuss options A, B, and C, and then rearrange things and then slice and dice them with that sword and reach our judgment. So I say no more. That's my thought on it.
That's intense. And because I was the one that stated that we should be thinking about these as readings for ourselves, I have several relationships where the way you have interpreted those cards is definitely something that I need to look at myself. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
I mean, so Kathleen said, when she said yikes, I was like, what do you mean yikes? Which card? And she said, saying my personal life was broadcast for all to see.
So there you go.
For all 6 people who are on.
I'm saying you have some deserved worthiness issues, and she's saying you got relationship issues. So have fun, everybody. Good. Welcome to Kathleen's life. Yay.
All right. Well, let's see. Shall we? Oh, let's go ahead and move on. I was going to visit Barbara Moore's interpretation of the cards, but I want to make sure that we save enough time for our next section.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We can talk about it. Yeah. Let's go to the ancient Egypt.
All right. So then what time is it, y'all?
I wonder.
It's Metaphysical Sunday School time.
It is.
Yeah.
Why, hello, student Brenda.
Well, I guess because I'm in Sunday school, I don't get a refill on my drink.
Oh, man. I would say there's no drinking in Sunday school, but...
Is empty.
Cheers.
is gone.
Cheers.
No more. Suck that one.
Did y'all tell us what you're drinking this evening, or what you're?
You know, the go-to, the lemon drop.
It's so good. It's so good. I was told that it was good, and it is. It is
Yeah.
made by the master himself.
Yes, this is true. Yeah, Chloe's a big fan of lemon drops, but
I know. So yeah.
okay, Reverend.
So students,
What are we talking about?
and those out in the hinterlands. I gotta say, I'm so excited that we evolved this segment to be Metaphysical Sunday School, so that we can, or Mystical Sunday School, so we can focus on some mystical things and kind of put it in the context that we were putting some of the Bible stuff in. And excited to kind of start this off by talking about a set of principles that our church, Institute for Spiritual Development, is basically founded on, but they're actually principles that all esoteric thinking, all faiths really are rooted in, and that is the Hermetic principles of life and of living. So the Kabbalion is a book that you can either get for free online if you do a Google search, or you can buy it on Amazon or in your favorite bookstore. But it's called A Study of Hermetic Philosophy. Oh, here's my technical issue. My iPad is locked. So it's a study of the Hermetic philosophy of ancient Egypt and Greece. Hermes Trismegistus is a philosopher who is considered kind of an amalgamation of Hermes, who we've been talking about, as well as the Egyptian god Thoth, who is the god of intellect and the mind and wisdom. So,
But isn't there some evidence that Hermes was actually a man who did live during
yes,
the era?
yes. And so when we teach this course at ISD, it is with that understanding that he was a living human being that might have been embodied in allegorically by those gods, but that his name was really an
thrice
expression
great, right?
of that.
That's what Trismegistus means, thrice great. Right?
It does indeed.
3 times great, yeah.
So we're talking about a man who people considered was a very great man with very wise insight. And so the book, The Kabbalion, has the 7 Hermetic principles. They are said to come from his writings. And I just discovered today they're actually said to come from writings that haven't yet been discovered, but whose ideas appear in his other works that have been found. So they're kind of core values or core principles of his other works. It was published in 1908, The Kabbalion, and it was published by, quote unquote, the 3 initiates, I think to remain anonymous, but it is thought that the actual author of The Kabbalion was a New Thought pioneer, William Walker Atkinson. And it is this book is really what has influenced kind of this quote unquote New Age movement that we've been in for the last almost 100 years.
100, yeah.
So we're going to take the time in this mystical Sunday School. I'll get the name right. As we move forward, but there are 7 principles, and these principles are really the guide points of all living. They are, according to Hermes, the way that life is. So this is not something that you're supposed to attain. This is something that you're supposed to understand. And once we understand,
I like that distinction. I like that distinction. It's not something you're supposed to attain. It's something that you're supposed to understand.
Yes. Okay. And so the attainment part or the expression part comes from how we apply them in our life.
Okay.
But these are like states of the universe, the way that they are.
I.e. the laws of the universe.
Correct. I.e. the laws of the universe. So these.
Okay.
So a law is immutable. It's not changeable. It is the law,
right,
as he has interpreted it. So I'm going to go through them quickly. You've heard parts of them several times, I'm sure, and then we're going to take time in each following Sunday school to discuss them more in depth. So there are 7. I'm just going to go through them. The first one is called the Principle of Mentalism. And so it states the all is mind, the universe is mental. That's for a future class. So right.
I swear, if you can get past that one, you're golden, because that was a hard one.
But it's in fact.
And we'll talk about it.
I'm excited about it.
Not tonight. Well, we will talk about it.
So the rest of them all kind of build off of this principle,
Yeah.
the principle of correspondence. And so the central theme of this principle is one that we've heard below so many times: as above, so below; as below, so above. It's a correspondence between the spiritual world and the material world. More later. Number 3, the principle of vibration. And that one says nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Everything. So, number 4.
Yeah.
Brenda, I should be asking you these, since you actually have.
I would never get them in order.
So, the principle of polarity. So this one says that everything is dual. Everything has a dual nature. Everything has poles.
Right.
And this is the part that trips people up. The opposites on those poles are identical in nature, but only differ in degree.
Right.
So
I love that. I love that.
Opposites are identical, only different in degree.
Yes. Which is why you need to love everybody.
Exactly.
And that there's really no such thing as like evil. You know, it's just there's good and less good.
Well, there you go. We're opening up that little Pandora's box of right, exactly.
But that but that notion that there's no such, that everything is of God and everything is of love, that notion fits underneath the law of polarity. That,
absolutely. And it actually,
there's the same thing but in different degrees.
Exactly. And it actually goes back to the very first principle, which is the all is mind and the universe is mental. So if everything is of one mind, then everything is of the mind of
God.
The all, God, right.
Right. And
so
God doesn't create something that's bad. I mean, that's evil. That's like inherently. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Go ahead. What's the next one?
You are, but that's it all. But a lot of this comes down to that very discussion as we talk about polarity and as we talk about the duality of all of these principles.
Yeah.
The principle of rhythm. So everything flows. You know, we're restating these principles. We're adding to it. Everything flows out and in. Everything has tides. The world, the universe, our lives are cyclical. So whatever we're experiencing now, it's all cyclical. It's going to go away and it's going to come back. Life gets cast out. Life comes back into us. So the rhythm is this ebb and flow of the tides. The 6th principle, more of the same, cause and effect. Every cause has an effect. Every effect has its cause.
Yeah, and then that's an interesting discussion when you get back to this notion, well, you know, the all is the all, and like, what's the original cause? What's, you know,
I know, mind blowing. And then this is where the everything happens for a reason discussion comes into play a lot, because everything that's happening, if we see it as an effect, you know, is comes from somewhere. So no matter what is happening in our lives, it comes from somewhere.
Everything happens for a reason, right?
Right.
There's no randomness.
Correct.
In the universe, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And again, that's one of those deconstructions that people like to deconstruct. And then finally, the principle of gender. And this is the one I like talking about because it says that everything has gender, everything has masculine and feminine principles, not in the way that we are thinking about gender in our material life, but that everything has components to them that are masculine and feminine in principle. So this is not any sort of behavior that's considered by society as masculine or feminine. These are principles of existing that that we will again explore what it means to be masculine and feminine, and how balance in our lives comes when we acknowledge both of these sides to us. So the theme is this duality that exists in the material world, and how do we understand this and then apply these principles to move through this material world and to ascend to our spiritual planes. So, what do you think?
I think
There's only
that,
7.
I know, but like you could talk about each one of them like forever. But I think, the first one, that the all is mind, right? Is the universe is mental. The
That's
all that is the all that is.
all that is.
And then tie that into the cause and effect thing. Like, what's the original cause? Well,
The answer, yes. Yes. Right? So, the Kabbalion is a very small book.
Do you have it? Do you have it with you that you can
I do
hold
not
it
have
up?
my.
I don't know. Like
I
everything
don't have my
is
book with me.
everything
have.
is so like disorganized in my house now because I had to totally move my studio. I did have a copy like here.
I now have it digitally, so I carry it with me all the time. But it's deceptively small,
Right.
but it's so dense. Well,
Right.
even these principles, they each one can inspire a great deal of discussion. Um, the idea behind this philosophy and the Hermetic teachings is that that everybody is not able to understand it out of the gate. So, Hermes has said, as we've heard many times, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So the idea behind these is that they will be discovered. You will learn of these at the exact moment that you're supposed to learn of them. And once you do, you can't unlearn them.
Right.
So
Right. And for me, it's like Hermeticism is the philosophy that tied together that I have been studying for the last 30 plus years with metaphysics. Because there is nothing that I've learned or read or been influenced by that doesn't fit within this framework.
Right, because it all comes from that.
Right. So to me, that was like such a huge point in my spiritual journey to realize, what, there really is some underlying foundation to all of this that makes sense. Like, there are different, permutations and emphasis here and there and whatnot, but Hermeticism pulls it all together in a way that does not conflict with any of these, quote, belief systems or
Right.
ideas or paradigms that I have thought, wow, that makes total and complete sense. That's the way the world works, or that's the way that to enlightenment, or, whatever. And that
Exactly.
was just so refreshing to me to discover that and land at a place where it all had some cohesiveness to it.
Yes. The roots of Hermetic philosophy are what Kabbalah is based on, what a lot of the Earth religions were based on. So you're going to see a lot of the same, and Hermes is also his works are equated with negative aspects of this work, which of course is a total misinterpretation of these laws. People will consider him like the father of the occult, and of course, meaning not the occult in a pejorative way, but he's the father of leveraging this knowledge to live a better life. So that means we are able to use these principles to, we can use it if we would like to get a new job or a new car, the way that we see it kind of playing out in our mainstream world, or we can use it to elevate ourselves to a state of spirit.
And I like to like one of the principles is a principle of vibration. Well, over the last 10 plus years, the law of attraction has just been such a huge influence in the metaphysical New Age movement, right?
Mhm.
But it's beyond the law of vibration. Like if you just take that in and of itself and ignore the rest, then you're only getting part of the picture, right? But
Right.
so and the other thing that just occurred to me tonight, and I wonder about, like, this is a thoughtful discussion, like the intersection of Stoicism and the laws of the universe, right? And this whole notion of karma, and certain things are fated, and it's like you need to surrender to divine will and the timing of the universe and all that kind of stuff. So I think the Stoics were tremendously influenced by Hermeticism.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right? I mean, I think it occurs to me that whole entire philosophical, theory grew out directly out of Hermeticism. I mean, certainly it was of the era, right? Where Hermeticism was so vibrant and so much a part of daily life, right?
I mean, I guess one could argue that like these philosophies are inherent in all faiths. I mean, any any religion, even Christianity, is an esoteric religion. We're talking about things that can't be seen, things that are not here. Metaphysics is about studying things that cannot be seen, but can be understood with intuition. And he breaks down, even in the Kabbalion, he's got there's a whole system of living. So there are 3 planes of existence. And then within those planes, there are other multiple planes, and we are just moving through them as we live. There are levels of beings. So as you move up through those planes, ending with the spiritual plane, where we've got a hierarchy of angels, again applied in Catholicism and other Christian religions. So you're going to see roots of it everywhere you look.
Right. And it just gets like so much more esoteric and detailed when you study the Kabbalion. And the Kabbalion is just a shortened version, really, of Hermeticism.
Right.
It's like a summary.
Right. Of those extended teachings that are known.
And also, like, I think one of the things that in the foreword of the book that the authors talk about is how this is really secret knowledge that we've decided to share.
Right.
For whoever is ready to receive it will receive it. But back in the day, this type of esoteric knowledge was kept secret because it was felt that you cannot share this with just anybody because it's so sacred and there's so much responsibility, in holding these truths.
Right. So that's why these organizations formed, so that people were, even the book was called was written by the 3 initiates. So there's an initiation process from those early days of Hermes' followers where you weren't ready to just be a layperson and get it. That's why the rituals that he outlines in the Golden Dawn are ones that everyone is not supposed to be able to participate in. You have to go through those stages in order to be able to assume responsibilities in these very powerful rituals that cone energy and that create this world and elevate us spiritually. And so that's where Jim told me this. I didn't realize this. The trivia is that's where the term Hermetic seal comes from, is because these writings were sealed. They were not for everyone. They were not designed to be for everyone. And so I think the 3 initiates felt like this couldn't be kept from everyone. It had to be.
Well, because it would die and be gone forever. For starters. Yeah.
Otherwise, what is the point of living if the truth is not shared and rest?
Right. So, if you want everyone to live, a life according to these laws, then how can you keep them secret?
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So we've got to work. I think it's going to be fun to cover them because I love talking about this stuff. And
so stay tuned, because right here on Karma and Cocktails, you shall be privy to this ancient wisdom that
the laws
of the universe that will be shared amongst our enchanted ones.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. And with that, we're going to transition to our closing, guys, because it is getting late.
I know. That hour went fast, didn't it?
It did.
And I had so much fun, as I always do. Always. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, my special co-host, the one, the only Rev Rob, pastor at the Institute for Spiritual Development, my friend and my muse. And thank you, Enchanted One, for joining us tonight.
Thank you all. Join us, be with us, be spiritual.
Okay, if you haven't already,
get the Kabbalion.
Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and hit that little bell so you get a notice every time we're going live. And if you join us on Facebook, you can find us at STMB on Facebook. Hit us up there. Hit that like button.
Hit it, baby, hit it.
Hit it, baby. Oh my gosh, a month from now will be the end of June. Oh my gosh, so much gonna happen between now and then, y'all. Mercury's gonna do its retrograde dance for about 3 weeks. We'll come back with some Hermes trickster stories to share.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and yours truly, she probably will have
shed much.
That last veil. I'm going through that last gate. Sold this beautiful home.
And be in another beautiful home. Because anywhere you go is going to be beautiful, Brenda. That's the fact.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll be in another home by then, but you know what's coming up is the 1-year anniversary of Spirit Throwing Me Bone, and I think we need to have a big mofo party.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Yes.
And so what I'm thinking is that maybe we'll have another outdoor party, because that'll probably be the last stream in this house. So the last Karma and Cocktails. So last Sunday in June is going to be
fun.
y'all.
Oh my God, we'll be together. That'd
missed.
Be really fun. Post quarantine, that'd be such a blast.
Right.
And I'll stay overnight. We'll have a sleepover.
Right. And you can get your steampunk cards.
Yes, I get my steampunk cards.
We'll have a fire.
Yeah.
And everything. So you guys, thanks for joining me. Until next time, be well, be true, be sacred, be you. Bye-bye, y'all.